Hey friends, it is me, Zoe, here at Chestnut Hills Farmstead. It's a very drab day today, and it's supposed to be like this all week. But we have something getting rehomed today, and you guys are going to come with us and help us get that ready. It's always a sad day when the animals have to leave the farm, but all the baby piggies are headed to a new farm today. And as much as I'm looking forward to it, I'm also kind of sad about it. I know that things are going to be great. They're going to be taken care of, and it's just going to be a wonderful place for them. That's what we do. We have baby pigs so that we can rehome them. But it's been so fun watching them as they've been growing and, you know, just getting their own little personalities. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to feed the pigs, and we're going to try to get them loaded into the livestock trailer before the man gets here. And that way the transition will be easier. We're not trying to catch piggies. Well, there's Holly girl. Holly girl. Her say, hey everybody. Who says, hey everybody? Come on, Holly. Let's go. Come on. Come here, sweet pea. Okay. You gonna help us? Look at all the work them piggies have done in 2 days. Talk about tilling a garden area. They have been working hard. They made a mud pit. Hey, piggies! Hello, little piggies! Oh, here's my pants. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, goodness. All right, let's go. Come on, piggies. Come on, Audie. Look at all this tilling they're doing. Ready? Here we go. That was no work at all. I think it is. Let me see. Woo! Let me see. Let me see if that's everybody. Woo! Talk about pig peeing. That's everybody. Everybody went in. First try. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give them some more corn. Okay. Well, I'm glad we wasn't doing just a video about loading up the baby pigs, because one bucket of corn and they went. So we're going to go ahead and feed the animals and get everything checked and make sure everybody's good. And the man will be here in about 30 minutes. And we'll get them moved over, and then we'll see what else there is we need to get done today before it starts to rain again. We got a lot of rain in the forecast this week. Miss Brooke. Taste one? What is it? Oh my goodness, it's sour.
No, that is good.
Come on with us.
She don't like to step on pokies. She just likes to jump over sticks and pokies.
Yeah. Come on, Holly.
Holly.
Come on, Holly.
Holly, we're leaving you. Hello.
Here her comes. She's running.
Holly the farm girl.
Holly the farm girl. She's catching us. Come on, Holly. She's smiling.
Yeah, because our dogs like that.
Dogs like to run.
And smile.
Ooh, now we have the piggies. Let's get our piggies out. All right, so we have loaded up 10 piglets. So that means we still have 8. So with that, we're going to add them back in with our others, and they'll either find homes or they'll stay here on the farm. But either way, 10 babies are headed to their new home. So out of all these, we are keeping this big one right here. We are also keeping Big Red. That's going to be Lucy. And then we also have, I believe it is this right here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's her. So that's our 3 that we are keeping for sure. That's our girls. Here they are. Her. That one in the back. And then that big old sucker girl right there. So while we were filming yesterday and we sold some of our piggies, it began to rain. So I was not able to finish it or take you guys along with us for anything else. So here we are back at the farm. It has already rained again, and we have sold 4 more piglets. They originally came for 3. They liked them, bought 1 more. So we've sold 4 more. So now we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we are keeping 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, excuse me. And we are keeping 5. So we still have 6 left that can go to another home if they have to. The thing is, they don't have to. We are a working farm. You guys know that. If you've been following us, we are a working farm. So everything we do is to turn a profit. Yes, we have lots of animals that are pets, but every animal on our farm has a job. So you see that we're naming 3 of those pigs because we plan to use them for reproduction. We have no plans of processing them. They will be what starts producing more babies for us. So now that we have them on the ground, they should start producing and reproducing and having litters about late 2023. So we plan to keep them on our farm. So we name them. You know, they are pets, but they're working. But if it comes down to it and they're not doing their job, it is not feasible for us to continue to feed them if they're not bringing us income. So we are going to be using the names off of Charlie Brown, the female character. So we've got Lucy, Patty, and Sally. So we've got to figure out, we've got a solid red, we've got a dark red with a thin white stripe, and then we've got a majority white with a red butt. So we've got to figure out which ones we want to be which. You feed them and I'm going to go feed the birds?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Don't go too fast.
You want me to stay with you? Here, let me do this so we can get...
Up there.
All right, you ready to feed them?
I just wanted to tell you.
You ready to feed them? Okay, go ahead and feed the donkeys. Get you a big scoop. They don't have a bucket. You gotta get a big scoop. There you go. Go put it in their bowl. Be careful, the fence is on.
Let's get going.
There's Daisy. And
Holly
Holly.
the farm girl.
Holly the farm girl. That's her new name, ain't it?
That's her new nickname.
Her new nickname. That's right.
And Holly, no, and that's her name.
Okay, careful. Good job.
I know how to do that because I've been doing it a lot of times.
Yeah, you do. Thank Thank you. Want treats, Pixie? Want treat? Here, Pixie. Mary wants one. Here, Pixie. Oh, Pixie. It's okay, be careful. Be still.
Sorry for Mary away.
That's okay. Here, see if you can hand it to her very carefully. Uh-oh. Gently. See if she wants some. But don't move. Don't move. It's okay. Let her get it. You don't get it. Let her get it. Careful. I know. We want to pet her so bad, don't we? Careful. See, she walks away. Say, here, Pixie Dixie.
She wants her mom to come with her.
Mary will come. Come here, Mary. See if Pixie wants it. Hold your hand out. You got to be very still. Pixie said she'll go eat. Mary will eat it. Hold your hand out.
Oh.
Good job.
Now let's go feed them first.
Have you checked for eggs yet?
Nah.
Okay, let's go see.
I can check for them.
Okay.
And you can check for the other one.
All right, let's collect eggs real quick. Do we have any? Do we have any eggs?
Yeah.
All right, let's get them. Don't run. You'll make everybody start flapping. We got one egg. We got any more? That's a big old duck egg. No more? Okay. Well, let's get finished up. So I know that we've been talking about our piggies and all that, but you know, the biggest thing right now is eggs. That is the biggest debate in the community, in the United States. It's just, there's just so much controversy over eggs right now. So we're going to get everybody fed. And Nick had a few words he wanted to share about that. So we're going to feed and we're going to cut to Nick now.
Hey guys, we scratched the surface a little bit on our live stream about what the problem is with the egg production right now. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm just not. I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm not anti-government. I'm not anti-anything. I don't yell about non-GMO, organic, or any of those other words that seem to be so important to everybody. But I have always fed my chickens a local feed, or at least since it's been produced. Naturally, when I first got chickens, I didn't know a whole lot about it. I just went to the store and got chicken feed. I got started when I had chicks. I got layer as they got a little older and did what most people with chickens do. And then I was introduced to a local feed and decided, hey, I'll give that a try, and my egg production went up. And that was long before people started having issues with not getting eggs. The only secret weapon I have is this. Black sunflower seeds. It's still got some layer pellets. It's got corn. It's got a lot of different grains, and it's a recipe that a local chicken farmer was mixing himself and has gradually gotten a little bigger. This is called Kefir. Most people around here call it chicken crack because you can do your own taste test for them and they will pick it every time. So is Chestnut Hills doing commercials now for Kefir chicken crack? Is that RMO? We're being sponsored? No, I am a distributor for the feed, but I made that decision a couple years ago just to make sure I never ran out. So I buy it in large quantities, and people around me come and get it from me. The topic of this today is the fact that I got away from commercial feeds a long time ago. I haven't noticed a decrease in egg production other than the normal wintertime molt and slowdown because of the difference in daylight hours. Now, anyone can tell you that just about any chicken is going to slow down when the days are shorter, the weather's cooler, they go through their molt, and their body needs that time to recover. I have one customer who has just swapped over to this feed. She had not gotten eggs at all in months. I've heard of people not getting eggs since June or July. Now that seems a little absurd to me. My chickens don't slow down until October or November. And even then, I'm still getting eggs. So when I was reading all this stuff on Facebook, again, I'm not a conspiracy guy, so I don't put a whole lot into it. But I kept seeing all these stories about people not getting eggs at all. So I talked to the guy that makes this feed, and I asked him, I said, do you think there's anything to this? And his honest answer was, I don't know, but I'm hearing it too much for there to not be something to it. Again, one more time, I am not one of these people that are throwing conspiracies out there. I watched the segment from Tucker Carlson on Fox News. Now, naturally, he does believe that there's a conspiracy. Maybe there is. You can't deny the number of egg producers, pork producers, processing plants, all this stuff burning down, plane crashes into them. You can't deny that stuff. That's real. You can share it on Facebook and you'll be called fake news, but you can't deny that stuff. So is there anything to it? I don't know. And I'm not going to tell you that there is. I'm not going to tell you that there isn't. Now, you know us as just a real channel. That's it. I'm not out here to fearmonger you. I'm not into the skies falling. We need to prep. We need to buy this now. We need to stockpile this. We're not that kind of channel. But what I am is real and honest with you. And when there are dozens of people that I know personally that are telling me, I'm not getting eggs, I'm not getting eggs, I'm not getting eggs. Can I try their feed? Can I try your feed? And they get it, and within days, they are getting eggs again, then there's something to that. Now, there's differences in how people raise their chickens. Mine, free range all day, every day. You can see them behind me. Some of them are starting to go to bed, but most are still out wandering around. Our egg numbers naturally dropped like they're supposed to, but they never went away. People that keep them in coops went to zero. People that were free ranging, struggling. People that didn't have a whole lot for them to free range on, even though they were out, they were still at zero. So what does that tell me? Even if there's a chance at free ranging, something in the feed or the way they're raising their chickens has to be affecting it. I'm no researcher. I did not go to Tractor Supply and start reading labels. I don't know if there's a difference in the labels because that's not the feed I feed them anyway. I'm not worried about what is in Tractor Supply feed because that's not what my chickens get. That's not what my ducks get, geese, or anything else. Zoe has shown you a video of our broilers. On a homegrown feed, our broilers actually roost. Zoe has included that on videos. You know, Cornish cross are notorious for just laying around on their bellies. Ours were chasing bugs, being active. I think that's healthier chickens. And I think the feed is healthier. I don't want someone dictating whether I get eggs or not. Do I believe that that's really what's happening? I really don't know. And I'm not going to tell you I do. But there's got to be something to it. So make up your own mind. I think most of you that watch us know that I'm not going to make anything up just for the sake of doing a video. And that's just not us. But I also need to put that information out there to let you know, stay with the people around you. Stay with your community. Stay with a local feed. And don't worry about what's happening at Tractor Supply. There's plenty of people that are saying, well, I've been feeding my chickens Tractor Supply feed and they're doing just fine. That's why I'm not putting it out there that there's definitely a problem. But I'm saying do your own research and know for yourself, because you don't know what kind of motives those people have that are saying there's not an issue. If you have chickens, find a local feed, see if it helps you. If it doesn't, fine, Nick was wrong. But find a local feed and give it a try. If you don't have chickens and you're having to buy eggs at the grocery store at ridiculous prices because of inflation, find a local farmer that's not going to gouge you, that's not affected by avian flu, that's not affected by diesel prices having to haul those eggs there. You're getting more nutrition in the yolks anyway, and your eggs aren't 6 weeks old. Take a store-bought egg and crack it in a bowl next to an egg that you bought locally, that you raised yourself, whatever. Look at the difference. That store-bought egg is going to have a yellow, pale yellow yolk. And a lot of people already know this. Your free-range egg laid from a chicken raised in your backyard or your farmer's backyard is going to be orange. That's because it's got more nutrients to it. They were on a quality feed. They're not commercially raised. And they were probably out chasing bugs. There's a huge difference between the two, and you need to know that. Now, thankfully, I made it through all that spill without going into any kind of rant. And the light's starting to fail on me a little bit, so I'm going to wrap up. I just wanted to have a little chat with you about what was going on and let you decide for yourself. Guys, as always, we appreciate you being with us. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about this. It's just something that I really wanted to talk about, and I felt like I needed to at least get an opinion out there, let you know that even if you didn't watch the story on Fox, or maybe you don't even like Fox News, I just heard that there was a segment on there and decided to check it out. But give it some thought. It doesn't have to be a conspiracy for you to think, hey, there's something to this. It could be supply chain issues where they just don't have the ingredients that they used to have. Maybe they're a lower quality ingredient. Who knows? It doesn't mean that the government's putting something in chicken feed trying to kill your chickens or stop them from laying eggs. But something is going on. Decide for yourself. Guys, we appreciate you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the next video. See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Chestnut for Farmstead. Bye. Click the like button. Subscribe. Bye.